Today on the podcast, I'm talking about the 6 steps that you can take to stop counting calories. You're going to want to listen into this one because if you are an obsessive calorie counter, or you track your food, or you constantly find your mind wandering, calculating like a mathematician about how many calories you have left to eat for the day, then this episode is just for you. Tune in, friend, and let's talk about how you can stop counting those calories so you can start counting moments that matter in your life. Here we go. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in the destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. I'm going to start today's show pretty hot and spicy for you. Counting calories isn't the answer because food isn't the problem. That's right. Food is not the problem, especially when you've had an unhealthy obsession with calorie counting and diet culture and all of that. It's actually control. It's about control. And we give calories all the glory when in reality, choosing food based on calories, it doesn't even equate to the essential nutrients and vitamins that we need to thrive. Calories are simply a unit of energy. Energy that you need, sis, to function, to live, to be your best. Energy that you need to play with your kids, energy that you need to go out with your friends, your family, energy to dress up cute for a date night with your husband, energy to do your job, to clean your house, to take that walk. But restrictive diets and disordered relationships with food, they cause this obsession with control and counting calories while we continue to be chained to numbers and the fixation of numbers. Today, I want to talk about 6 different things that you can do to stop counting calories. And maybe you don't have an issue with counting calories, but you count other things like steps or fat grams or your weight on the scale. It's time to hang it up. It's time to stop. But I'm not just going to ask that you stop cold turkey because we all know how that one typically goes. I'm going to give you some ways today that you can lean in to this notion of freeing yourself from the number game, of freeing yourself with bargaining in your mind, of freeing yourself from counting calories. Okay, number 1, I want you to acknowledge why you're counting them. What is the reason that you're counting calories? The counting calories, it's taken over your life, and it didn't start out like that, right? It started out small. It started out really wanting to track what you were eating, maybe so you could lose some weight, and it became an obsession. Like me and my worst with my eating disorder, right now maybe you're tracking those numbers on a piece of paper or an app or your phone, whatever it is, you know probably how many calories or around how many calories you take in every single day. This has to stop. But in order to stop it, we have to acknowledge why it's there in the first place. Typically, this fear to control your weight or this fear to maintain your weight or a fear that you're going to gain weight is what leads this. But this is led by those distorted standards of diet culture and what worldly labels or traumas we've faced in our life. It's all about control. Control, rigid routines and control, the desire to provide assurance when we're feeling like we aren't assured, when we're needing security, when we're wanting comfort, when we just need something to cope with, something to have structure around. It gives you that peace. But it is false. It's a false sense of control. I want you to acknowledge why it is that you're counting in the first place. and what you're searching for when you're counting. I mean, knowing that number, what is that actually giving you? And is what it's giving you a good outcome? Or is it just leading to more shame? Shame if you hit above that number. Shamed if you're below the number because you know deep inside you want to get better, but you just keep counting. You keep measuring yourself against a false standard, against a unit of energy. I mean, how crazy is that? Number 2, I want you to transform your thinking around calories. I just mentioned that calories are actually units of energy, but don't you want more energy? I mean, aren't you tired of being tired? Energy isn't good or bad, it's just energy. When you think of energy, do you view it as bad? The way that you view calories? Do you want less of it? No, right? You've tied negative meaning to calories and only given yourself permission to restrict them. But see, your body wasn't created to be restricted from the very thing that it needs to survive and thrive at its best. Just like we need water every day to hydrate, we need food and calories to keep up with our day, to be energized. So why are we limiting them? I want you to start reframing the way that you're thinking about calories. And every single time you're thinking about restricting your calories, I want you to put on this thought of, I'm making the choice right now to restrict my energy. How does that feel? I don't know about you, but I can use all the energy that I can get. Energy to take my kids to school, energy to show up here on the podcast, energy to do all the things that life has for me, and I don't need less of it. I need more of it. And sis, so do you. Stop thinking about calories as if they're bad. They're not bad. They're a form of energy that is going to allow you to do life. Number 3, I want you to get rid of the trackers. Get rid of the notebooks, get rid of the watches, get rid of the apps, get rid of all the social accounts, get rid of the food scales and the scales, and take off the labels. Why put yourself in temptation's path? Have someone in your house or someone close to you go grocery shopping for you. Challenge yourself if you're at the store to shorten your shopping time and select only items that you cannot check labels of. Make it a game. Nothing goes in your basket that you've looked at the label. Select only items that you don't know the calorie content of. In 2018, researchers did a study and reviewed the effects of the MyFitnessPal calorie tracker. And do you know that 73% of users reported that the app contributed to disordered eating behaviors and eating disorders? Yet we're still using these things, expecting different results. I just want you to sit with that one today, sis. Number 4, it's time to face the fear. It's time to challenge yourself to go to a restaurant and avoid the menu ahead of time. It's time to order something that you can't get the calorie count for. Have someone else in your life that's going with you order something for you. And when you're home during the week, have someone else prepare your meals if that's possible. Number 5, count something else instead. That's right, your brain is searching for control. It just wants some safety in an unsafe world. It wants some safety in a crazy place. And so your body, it is already a self-regulating machine. Your metabolism, it's gonna naturally heal itself. Count something else instead. Episode 56, Girl, Calorie Counting Isn't Cute. 30 things to count instead of calories, macros, and fat grams, because you're really going to enjoy that one. And then number 6, I want you to honor your journey and where you are in it. Honor your hunger, your true hunger. Stopping the desire to count every single morsel of food doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, but it can and it will happen if you keep showing up for you. If you stop, pause, and pray. If you stop, pause, and feel when you want to count calories. Try this on. Stop, pause, pray, or say a mantra. Stop, pause, and feel. Sit with yourself. Why do I want to count this thing? What am I making this mean by counting it? And grant yourself grace and permission to not count. I mean, is the world going to end tomorrow because you decided not to count your calories today? You will actually start to forget calorie counts over time. I remember in my eating disorder feeling like I could be on The Price is Right, but instead of knowing the price of food, I could tell you the calorie counts of food. It was like that. I knew every single amount of calories and every single thing. And that is what I used to gauge whether or not I was allowed to give myself permission to eat it. Stop. Stop the madness. You have permission. We have to get out of the scarcity mindset, because scarcity actually leads to more shame, it leads to binging, and it leads to this unhealthy cycle of control and feeling chained and trapped to this disordered relationship with food. Calories are a unit of energy. You need energy. You need calories to survive. You are allowed to give yourself permission to stop labeling these as bad or good. You will find over time that once you stop this running math in your mind, it will stop controlling you. You will find over time that you actually forget calorie counts of things. I will tell you that today, I hardly know calorie counts of things. Not that I'm going up and looking and researching, but I certainly would not be a good candidate on a game show of calorie counting. Sis, calories won't kill you, but your eating disorder will kill you. And I heard this amazing statement. I don't know who it came from, but it was bomb. So I just wanted to share it with you today. 100 more calories won't change your life, but the decision to avoid them, the decision to stay chained in the illness, the decision to not fight back, and the decision to continue counting meaningless numbers as if they somehow measure the weight of your worth, now that will alter your life every time. I feel it to my core today, because if you're listening to today's show and you're counting calories, it's time to stop. It's time to stop giving calories a place of power in your life. It's time to stop idolizing the fear of gaining weight. It's time to stop limiting your every single day by judging the back of a label, and that's your daily allowance. Sis, you're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to be who you were created to be. And counting calories is not going to be the answer for you, just like counting your weight on the scale is never going to work, because food isn't the problem and neither is that number on the scale. The problem is that you have been chained to believe that big is bad and skinny is in. And the truth is that calories are just a unit of energy, and we need to stop glorifying them. We need to stop choosing our food based on calorie content. Calories don't equate to essential nutrients and vitamins. Calories don't equate to your worth either. I want you to acknowledge why, give yourself permission to give it up and let it go, transform your thinking around counting. Get rid of those trackers, those triggers, those watches, those apps. Face the fear and challenge yourself to lean into it. Count something else instead of calories. And honor your journey while you honor your hunger. Because I promise you, it'll come back if it's not there. All right, sis, I hope today's show has given you some love and given you some hope. You don't have to stay stuck in the cycle. You can start right now today to stop counting calories, to stop being defined by numbers, and to start stepping into your true and best self. I believe in you. Bye for now. Hey girl, before you go, did you know that I do personalized private recovery coaching just for you? I cannot wait to help you find freedom from your eating disorder, to find freedom from those crazy, unhealthy habits and behaviors that you have been struggling with for years. I have so many clients that are finally done with this disordered relationship with food, done with binging, done with purging, done with restricting, all because they decided to step into the best version of themselves and to give up this belief that they just couldn't do it. They decided to get support and help. And sister, that's what I'm here to provide for you today. So if you're looking for that support, come on out to lindsaynickel.com, fill out a client application, and we will chat to see if coaching would be a great fit for you. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.